What if you scribbled an idea on a napkin and it became a limitless scale tech company poised for exit? What if you had a vision of eliminating an inefficiency in your community, industry, or the world, and you had a chance to co-found a company and bring this product or service to the market? What if we could positively impact every social issue with tech? 10x Tech Tank is the #1 daily show for everything tech entrepreneurship. And whether you are technical or not, you will learn, be inspired, and witness transformation in the making. People will share tech ideas on napkins. People will showcase minimum viable tech products. People will explain their cash-flowing tech companies looking for acceleration. And if the person is right, and their idea is right, and the market is right, and the business model is right, then there's a great chance you will witness some serious magic. We are on a mission to build, scale, and sell 10,000 tech companies in 10 years. And we invite you to make history with us. Together, we achieve more.
Welcome to 10x Tech Tank. My name is Jared Yellin, and I am proud to say that ePenny is not in the house, still in the dirty jerseys. How you doing over there, ePenny?
Everybody.
I know you're excited to get back here. I'm excited to have you, and I'm really excited to have you, our audience, watching the episode this evening. I mean, I don't know what to expect. Eric doesn't know what to expect. People tell us all the time, like, this has to be staged. There's no way that people are pitching you from around the world, and you have no idea what they're about to share. And I can't express enough how much we have no idea what's about to show up tonight. We have no idea if these ideas are going to be really obscure and odd or the next big thing. We have no idea if the entrepreneurs are coming from international markets or they're coming right next door in Miami. We know nothing about these people. There's an idea review committee that goes through each of the written applications, and they're picking and choosing the ones that are the most appropriate to pitch us on the tank for a variety of reasons. And then it's up to Eric and I in real time to assess, is it the right person? Is it the right idea? Is it the right market? And is it the right business model? And what's been really helpful for us is you, our audience. When you chime in, you share in the comments below what you see, whether it's a yes or a no, you influence us. Because we know what we know, and we know a lot because we've heard tons of pitches. Over 14,000 people have applied to work with us. So we've seen a lot, and we're pretty good at determining which are the winners and which are going to really struggle, but we have no crystal ball. And there are certain industries we have no experience in. So as someone that's coming here and joining us each night, please comment below. Share what you love and share what you stand against. Obviously, be polite. Each of these entrepreneurs is coming to share their dreams with us, so we want to make sure they feel supported in this environment. But if you see the right person with the right idea, in the right market, and the right business model, please let us know so that we can use your influence to help make a decision. So with that, let's see who's our first entrepreneur in the tank.
What if you knew about Instagram or Slack or Clubhouse when the company was raising a friends and family round at $10,000 per person? What if you were able to see all the tech companies that Grant Cardone and Jared Yellin have co-founded in one place and invest in any that excite you? What if you were able to expand your portfolio into early stage tech companies with extraordinary founders and teams? 10x Tech Angels is the most unique investment club that you will ever find, because not only will you see some of the most innovative tech companies at the lowest valuations ever, but you will also be educated on how to pick tech winners, meet other members of our community, and experience the excitement associated with taking an early idea to exit. Become one of the founding members of 10x Tech Angels for an exclusive offer with some extraordinary bonuses. To learn more, visit 10xtechangels.com.
That's the one that just came to the office.
Yeah. Looking for it.
Gotta go for that.
Go for it.
Hey, can you hear us okay?
I'm so sorry. Well, I'm recovering from COVID, so literally today is my 8th day. So I woke up this morning and wasn't feeling my best, but I'm happy to be here.
I'm happy you're here as well. You'll get healthy. Just focus on positivity. You got this. Give me one moment just to introduce you, okay?
Thank you.
We are back from commercial break with another entrepreneur in the tank. What is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Jim St. Germain. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, but I just moved to Miami.
Awesome. That's a good move.
Good move.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Very,
I'm
very
chasing,
smart
I'm
move.
chasing, I'm chasing no state and local income tax.
There you go. And freedom of choice. That's awesome, man. All right, please share your big tech idea. You got 5 minutes.
Sure. So the problem I'm looking to solve is stolen packages. As a person who grew up in New York City, I know that every one of my friends and everyone I know in New York City has problem with stolen packages. Now, Amazon, FedEx, and UPS have tried these boxes. They tried to put them in stores. They've tried different methods, but as you can imagine, when someone orders something, they want it in their house. They don't want to go to another store to pick it up. If that was the case, then they would have just walked to the store. So those measures have not worked as well. Annually, as we speak, those three companies, FedEx, Amazon, and UPS, spend $9 billion yearly on stolen packages. $9 billion. My idea is to then turn every apartment within a building unit to be available to receive that package. So for example, let's say you live in a building that has 100 apartment units, and Ms. Johnson from the second floor has a job interview at 2:00, but her package comes at 2:30 and she can't receive it. Anyone who lives in that building can go on this app and put their availability to receive that package from Ms. Johnson. And they'll get an incentive from us. They'll get listed $3 to $5. So Ms. Johnson just comes home now, and all she has to do is go next door and pick up that package. So eventually what we're doing is we're turning the entire building into sort of like an Airbnb for package. So the Amazon, UPS, and FedEx drivers now, when they pull up to that building, they can also log on this app and then go on the app and see all of the apartments and all the individuals who are available within the building to receive that package for whoever's not home. So essentially you go from having one apartment available to pick up this package to having almost every apartment within that building complex available.
Who pays the person that's going to get the package? Like where's the money coming from?
I believe my company pays them. Now, here's why I say that. I think where we're going to make most of our money is going to go to UPS, FedEx, and Amazon and saying to them, hey, you have a $9 billion a year problem, which we can solve it. And I think that Amazon then and these carriers can then have perhaps a partnership with us where they can use the apps. I'm not sure how we will arrange that partnership with them. Do we sell them the technology? Do they just buy it outright from us, or do we allow them to use it? But I think that it would be wiser for me to pay the person who's receiving it and not the consumer who's already ordering, because they've already paid for it. So you don't want to make them.
How does the platform make money then?
So the platform makes money in a few, three ways I'm thinking of. One is that same app within the building is going to allow residents within that building to do business with each other. So it's going to be a platform that pretty much localizes commerce process, right? So you don't have to leave the building anymore to be able to do an exchange or sell things to people that live within that same building as you. So for each item you sell, we'll take, I don't know, 25% or 25 cents. We're not sure yet what that number will be. But I think the bulk of our revenue will come from Amazon, UPS, and FedEx. I think contracts with them.
Eric, what questions you got?
So what I think is so funny, by the way, is this whole house that I'm in. I'm actually in New Jersey. I live in Miami now, but I'm visiting some family. And it's the whole place is run on a fireplace. And as soon and at the beginning of the pitch, I was like, all right, real quick, we're gonna throw some more wood in the fire because that's how it's gotta be. But as soon as you said stolen packages, I was like, this is a problem that needs to get solved. So I was like, wait, I can't even get up right now. Right. So my biggest question is, so one, I think simply, I'll just give you the answer. The way it should work is if I order something for $15 on Amazon, I'll just pay somebody $3 or $5, whatever it is, to take ownership of it for me and just do that straight through the platform. Easy, nice revenue model, right? The only problem I see though is it's going to be so easy for somebody to cut you out of that deal. Right. So like if Jared and I've never met Jared before. He lives in my apartment building and I'm like, hey, Jared, could you take my packages for me? I'll pay you $5 through this marketplace. I pick it up from him and I'm like, hey, could you do this more often? And it's really not something that Jared is like, well, $5 isn't making a difference to Jared. So then Jared and I will be like, yeah, I'll just do it. And now the marketplace just got cut out of the transaction. Then you might also have other places where if there's a lot of apartments in one place, then there's just somebody at the front door who's going to be able to take the package as well. What have you thought about how you could keep people on the marketplace and not cutting you out of it?
What's your name?
Oh, Eric.
Eric. Sorry, I don't. Oh, here it is, Eric. So,
Yeah.
Eric, no, I haven't thought about that yet. And it's a great question, and it's something for me to think about. What I've been focusing on mostly is that I feel like those big carriers, UPS, FedEx, and Amazon, I was thinking of them as the main sort of like stream of revenue. I was thinking of them as the one that needs to solve this problem because they want to keep consumers happy and they want to cut down this $9 billion they're spending yearly on replacing and fixing packages. So I was mostly thinking of them. So in that sense, I'm not so sure how somebody else would be able to steal that technology and to then go to them and say, hey, let's do that deal instead. However, though, your idea I think is important because I think there are many ways to generate revenues through this platform, and this is one of them. So I haven't thought about it. I'll give it more thought, but it's also why I'm here, right? Because the truth is I'm not a tech guy. I'm a business guy. I'm an idea guy, but I'm not a tech person. So when I watch 10X, I watched the interview with Jared and was it Cordone? I was like, you know what? This is the right place for me because I can come in and have a partnership, right? And what you've just done, Eric, to me is
this is only going to work if it's in an apartment building without a doorman or woman. Because if it's like a single family home, where are they dropping the package? Like down the street, like or something?
Well, yeah, I think it could be dropped down the street.
right.
Just connect with people geolocated.
Eric, Jared, I actually think
have it
this.
delivered there. Like, what if they just say like they know they're not going to be around, so that's just where they have things delivered is to that person.
I think this would work in rural communities too, Joe. So the challenge also you have is, even though a lot of times we're neighbors, we're not really dealing with each other like that. And so if you live in a rural area, I think that you can extend this technology to have your neighbors a few doors down to also pick up this package here and receive this package for you. So I think there are ways for it to work. Definitely
identified a problem, for sure. Like,
by the way, the major issues are mostly happening in cities. By the way, the cities are where these packages are being stolen.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's see what our audience thinks. What are your thoughts on this idea? What are your thoughts on having a platform that will help eliminate or at least dramatically reduce stolen packages, which is an issue. There's I think you mentioned billions of dollars of packages that are being stolen every year. So there really is an inefficiency there. What are your thoughts on this idea? Should we move forward with due diligence? Eric, what are your thoughts?
So I think you've definitely hit on a problem I've thought about even trying to solve in the past too. But I'm not sure if software is the way to solve it, because any software that you build, I think Amazon would just see something working and they're like, okay, perfect. Like, we could just do that too. So this is what I wanted to say. I think you are possibly stepping on a viable business opportunity here. I'm not sure if it's necessarily a software technology play for the reason I said you might be able to cut somebody out of the transaction. However, I think possibly creating some kind of lockbox or something that people could that a postman would easily be able to store packages in, I think would be, I think you'd probably have a business there, but I don't see the tech in it.
So my thoughts are, I really like you a lot. I love your energy, your vibe. I love the thought that has gone into this. I love that you've identified a problem. I don't necessarily see what you presented today as the solution, and the pitch got a little confusing for me when you were talking about like buildings doing commerce with each other. Like, I don't know where that fits into this. It sounded almost like every building would be its own little marketplace. And if in your building you happen to have someone that is really good at making logos, you're lucky because you can buy a logo for them in your building. It got a little wonky for me there, and pitches should just be tight and focused. You identified a problem. I don't see this as the solution. Our door is open once you gain more clarity to come back and share more. But for this purpose, I'm going to say no for due diligence right now. But thank you so much for coming to the tank. All right, after commercial break, we'll have another entrepreneur in the tank.
What if there was a simple business toolkit that got you paid by your clients, customers, and patients? What if you can set up your account in seconds and begin benefiting from all of the features in minutes? What if this entire platform is free? Business Toolkit is revolutionizing the way small businesses and sole proprietors are running their businesses by enabling you to manage your sales process from one platform from start to finish. Imagine canceling your expensive scheduling software, or discontinuing your clunky invoicing software, or eliminating your pricey task management software, and instead using one platform, your Business Toolkit, to drive your business forward. And don't forget, Business Toolkit is free. Sign up ASAP and begin saving money while you make way more money than ever before.
We are back from commercial break with another entrepreneur in the tank. What is your name and where are you calling?
Stephen Birch. Stephen Birch calling from Houston, Texas.
Awesome. Thank you for being here from Texas. Stephen, you got 5 minutes. Please share your big tech idea.
Sure. So what we came up with was a cryptocurrency that was low risk for both investors and consumers, whereas we designed it so that it would be protected against the fluctuating interest rates and the rising inflation that's being in place across the economy, both in the States and internationally. On top of that, the properties that we decided to pick up from our investors, wherever they decide to purchase, will be covered back by an NFT. So everything will eventually be going towards the digital sector. Just as Mr. Powell was mentioning the other day, they were talking about transferring to a digital currency eventually. So why not take the opportunity to try and get the title and everything converted over in the early stages.
Where are you in the process? Is any of this done, or is this an idea?
I already have a team working on trying to get everything built right now. We're expected to launch in May.
What's your most significant need right now? Sorry, you go, Eric. Yeah.
Could I ask what is taking so long?
Honestly, it's just a capital raising part.
So where is the cryptocurrency going to be created in?
This will actually be our own cryptocurrency. The team that we're working with right now is still all in the design phase of it.
No, yeah, but where are you going to launch and incorporate the cryptocurrency?
I was expected to launch it here outside of Texas.
Okay, so then you're going to have to launch a cryptocurrency with the full SEC regulations and things like that.
Right. I'm aware what was in place. I've been trying to do my best to keep up with the SEC laws and the NFT laws that are going to be in place.
Why didn't you launch it in Singapore, where you don't have to follow any of those rules?
Trying to keep everything local at first, but I'm always open to advice and opinion as to where I can open it up, whatever's best for everybody.
And then explain a little bit about the tokenomics too. So how many coins are you going to do? And then is there a utility to the coin? How do you expect to sell it?
So yeah, I don't have all that in place just yet. Like I said, we came up with this about maybe 2 months ago. We've been working through the design, trying to get everything in place as far as what's going to be necessary. So, I mean, we're hoping to allow, I wish I could say I want to match Bitcoin's valuation, eventually, as far as allowing investors to come in. But our cryptocurrency is kind of
what's the utility that's going to allow you to do that, right? So Bitcoin is a store of value because Satoshi Nakamoto was able to solve the double spend problem. And so he was the first cryptocurrency to be able to do that. Now, of course, everyone could copy him, but at least he was the first, and it's acting like a store of value. Ethereum has smart contracts that you could run full-blown businesses, and a lot of the NFTs are run off of Ethereum in that way. XRP wants to become like the MasterCard and Visa of the metaverse. So what's going to be the utility of the cryptocurrency besides just something to trade?
kind of like Ethereum spaces with the blockchain technology.
Oh, so the smart contracts?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to need some serious developers to get onto, right?
Right. Exactly. Okay. Appreciate the clarification there.
Yeah, well, no. So now what are you going to do differently through your smart contracts that's not possible on Ethereum today?
Well, although Ethereum offers the smart contracts in their sense, we're not bringing in just the currency. It's kind of an all-in-one shot with what we're providing in our service.
Yeah, but what's that all-in-one shot?
So if the investors want to come in and purchase, convert their currency to our cryptocurrency, they can use that to purchase properties internationally. Whereas we also are working with a video company to where we can provide virtual walkthroughs within the metaverse or through online experience. So we're trying to incorporate to where investors and consumers both don't have to go do a physical walkthrough of these properties. They can see it, like if you go and put on Oculus or something like that, you can actually see the properties. And we're working with the developers to integrate artificial intelligence real estate agent to provide, any questions that or answers that might need to be in place whenever you're doing these walkthroughs.
Why do you think that the walkthrough needs to be on a NFT or delivered through the blockchain? It seems like it's being delivered pretty well. I mean, through Zillow.
Well, yes. Yeah, I agree at the moment, but I know in the future, as we continue going forward, everything's eventually going to be going towards the digital side. And in doing so, allowing the NFTs to be held by the mortgage notes, it would be easier to do a transfer process of properties. Now, say, for instance, we take one of these NFTs and we have to use that to, when we go to purchase an apartment complex or something like that, or a hotel building, they don't have to be set up by the SEC regulation and held as a security because it'll be held by multiple investors.
Okay.
Because we're not tapping into just single family homes. Our idea was to be able to utilize this currency to where you can purchase single family, multifamily hotels. And eventually, if our company allows it and we can work a deal with the SEC within the stock exchange, be allowed to purchase businesses as well. Mm-hmm. Now, I know Bitcoin's tried, the last few years of getting onto the stock exchange to where they can do something similar. We're following suit, but we're having a little bit more power behind our punch.
Let's open it up, see what the audience thinks. What are your thoughts on this vision in the crypto space? Is this something that we should move forward with in due diligence? Eric, what are your thoughts?
So I appreciate you coming on and sharing this with us today. I really am not seeing what the utility in the cryptocurrency would be. Aside from what Ethereum already has, and Ethereum's got some amazing developers on it, it's going to be really tough to catch up to them and match. What also kind of worries me is you're trying to launch a cryptocurrency and it's going to take you until May to get it done. You can launch a cryptocurrency in 30 minutes with no code tools and just start building your audience and your fan base and things like that. So for now, I'm a no on due diligence, but you're welcome to come back when you've kind of fleshed out more of the utility.
Yeah, so for me, I'm a no as well, mainly because of Eric's kind of last point, which is you should just do this already. Like just go use no code, prove that you can do it before you start investing all this money and waiting another 5 or 6 months till it actually gets brought to life. So if you came with that would be really interesting to us because then you can show traction. But at the moment, there is no traction. It's a really noisy and competitive space. So for that reason, I am out. But thanks for coming to the tank. We appreciate you. All right, after commercial break, we'll have another entrepreneur in the tank.
This is the great secret of my life. The thing that has made me is one word. Dude, this thing is so big. It's about the 10X movement.
The 10X movement had really improved my life dramatically.
Now I'm a millionaire because of it.
Our business was at $2 million. This year we're on projection to do $25 million.
Our revenue went up 29%.
We've already got our tickets for next year as well.
Before we even started, I could go home right now and I got my money's worth.
That's why I come to GrowthCon
and I'll always come to growth con.
10X means a lot to me. 10X, like I told you, is just the beginning. 10 times more power to help those that need it the most. 10 times more power to motivate and inspire those out there. Give him a 10X!
With other people witnessing what's happening with us, is like chains are being broken from families everywhere.
I'm gonna tell you, 10X, it was a lifesaver, a life changer for me. And just because of what it's done for my family and what it's done for me.
And this is where people get stuck, and that's why we do the 10X Growth Conference, to get you out of comfort, to get you out of comparing yourself to somebody in Pakistan that has nothing.
We want to make this a big event for you. Our goal is to change your lives. Welcome to your 10X Growth Conference.
Which napkin will become the next exit? Which MVP will evolve into a unicorn? Which cash-flowing tech company will reach the next level? Our hope and desire is that it's yours. Your idea, your MVP, your cash-flowing tech company. Now is your time. Head over to 10xincubator.com and submit your idea so that you get on the tank and give us the chance to transform your napkin into an exit. That's 10xincubator.com. That's 10xincubator.com. Let's go.